Welcome to video 5, where you'll learn all about the 3-step innovation process and how missing any step can take a creative idea and kill it. Now, this seems like a very simple model. It's only 3 things, but it's taken years and years and years of my suffering and a lot of just dialogues with my colleague Matthew Huggins to come up with this model. Well, innovation simply requires 3 things: a deep understanding of the problem, a great solution, and the ability to successfully execute it. So understanding the problem means, what are the core needs we're really trying to solve for? Who are all the stakeholders that we're concerned about? Not just the users who are going to use it, but maybe the approvers or the blockers. For me, that might be like a parent needs to want to buy the book so the user, the kid, gets the book. What are the risks? What can go wrong? What are the boundaries? What are you limited by? What are the hazards? What can go wrong? So here we try to reduce those kinds of risks. Here I might say, well, I could be limited by funding. How much money do I have to spend to do the first run of books? You have to create a great solution. So how do you develop a solution that resonates with people emotionally and intellectually? Now, a book, it's obvious. You want to resonate with people emotionally. They should want to read it. But intellectually, it gives them good value. It teaches good lessons. Now, when you're developing a spreadsheet, you might think that's ridiculous. But no one wants to look at a boring spreadsheet. They want it to be color-coded or easy to understand, or know just where to look to get the right information so they can use the spreadsheet effectively. And if you have an early idea, you create vision to share with other people. So early ideas are very fragile. And if you can create the vision very, very quickly by sketching things out, by writing out concepts, by being able to manipulate them quickly, people can help you strengthen your ideas by sharing things from their different perspectives, so you can make that fragile idea very strong. So when you go to execute it, you can be much more successful. And in execution, you want to reduce risks over time, so you're only putting more money and investment as you begin to realize that you've eliminated some of the uncertainties. Now, let's take a look what happens when you're missing one of these circles. If you miss the execution circle, you're doing something called design thinking. Now, design thinking is great, and you need to have it, which is understanding the problem deeply and creating a great solution. For me, that would be creating a wonderful work of art, but not thinking, how do I actually print it and make it real, and get it to the hands of the people I need to read this? Now, if you've got the last two, but not the first one, that's program, product, or project management. That's the idea of taking a solution and updating it quickly and doing that really, really well. The problem comes if the underlying problem shifts. If some new technology, for example, like AI, comes in and starts shifting the way that people start thinking about addressing the problem, period. It's the reason why in 1950, America made 97% of the world's tires, and by 1960, only 3%. Because they didn't think about the fact that a little company in France, Michelin, was about to make these tires that were better, but not just better. They created a solution for people. They said, our tires are so good, you should take a long trip with them. And how do you know where to go? We're going to give you a guide, a Michelin guide. And if it's a 3-star restaurant, you should take a trip just to that restaurant. The whole reason for the trip should be to hit that restaurant. Or if you're going somewhere, go out of your way for a 2-star restaurant. They created a solution. And as a result, America lost 94% of the world's market in tire manufacturing in just 10 years. Now, here's what we're finding. It happens a lot in current companies trying to deploy AI. They've got a cool demo, and they haven't thought about the problem deeply or how they're going to execute it. Now, you can see with a book, if I had a really cool, beautiful page, you might say, that looks great, but what's the problem you're trying to address? And do you understand it deeply enough? And is the book embodying that well and solving it well? And also, have you thought about how to make it? Like, well, if you haven't thought about how to actually make it real, you may not be able to. And in industry, we see people making AI solutions where they aren't solving an important problem, and they're not able to actually execute it when it comes time to get the data together and make the system actually work. The solution, of course, is to bring everything together. And when you get these 3 things together, you'll be much more successful. Next, in video 6, I'll reveal the painstaking process of creating the book's illustrations and why AI alone wasn't enough, and how thousands of hours of tuning brought this story to life.